Okay, so I'll just see who jumps on because I've got a lot of updates happening. A lot of channeling that's been coming through, a lot of information that's coming through regarding what's happening with New Earth, how it's going to look, the design of New Earth. Especially since I've been channeling the Lemurian chief, Hopiteke. He's been giving me some really insightful information about how it's going to look, the design, how it originally was, and it's just exciting. It's just beautiful how it's going to all look. So I want to talk about this beautiful man, Lemurian chief Hopiteke. I don't think I did his drawing justice because of his tattoo markings, but I certainly got his eyes, which were amber eyes, big, beautiful, curing amber eyes. I got the peacock feather, that is really a pigeon feather, but the peacock colours are actually pigeon, New Zealand pigeon colours, which were in Lemurian time and carried, they were very special pigeons, and they carried a very high vibrational frequency, and so therefore that's why the chief had it in his hair. It was very important for him to wear that feather. That feather comes with a certain frequency, and so that feather was also part of the cloak, and the cloak that he wore was covered in that kind of feather. So if you can picture a cloak covered in feathers of those colours with the Lemurian frequency in them, they would have been just absolutely stunning. So what did I get from the meditation? Because we went and we met with him in his village, which, as I said in the recording, if you haven't seen the video, he was on the Lemurian islands. I mean, there's many Lemurian islands, tropical islands, but this particular one that he was chief of was between Hawaii and Tahiti on that coastline, and it had sunken, had gone underwater. However, in 5D dimension, it's still there, and it's like big pointed mountain ranges, and it's very long. And he showed me them lying under the water, and that's where we went for our meditation, to those mountains, which were amazing. And his village sat in the middle of the mountains. So what we got there, and we went into his house, and it was sort of like a grass typey hut, and you sort of walked up a couple of little steps, and there was a veranda, and there were hibiscus, and there were fruit trees, and there were mangoes, and you could smell blossom, and you could hear tropical birds. The frequency was beautiful and very peaceful. And when we got to the door, we were given a hibiscus flower, and we had to wear it in our hair. So that's very important tradition to them, that the females, when they arrive at someone's house, they had to wear the hibiscus flower in their hair as a thing of respect. And so we were given this hibiscus, and you put it in your hair and wear it. And even today, Polynesians still wear flowers in behind their ears. So that is tradition coming through. Then we sat down around his fire in the house, and he brought out the peace pipe, and he said, we smoke the peace pipe when we gather. And the peace pipe is a high frequency tobacco blend, but it's not tobacco, it's herbs and spices and that kind of thing. And as you smoke it, you get a frequency from it, such as a healing or energizing to do with your health or your protection or whatever you are requiring at the time. And so this is where smoking the pipe, smoking marijuana, that kind of thing has come from. It's come from the original sitting down, smoking a herb to heal you or to make you feel more at peace, more energized or whatever. And so this is how it's sort of got twisted and taken over through the centuries. And so we smoked this pipe, and he said, I am making a special mixture for you. And it was for us in the meditation. Now, if you want this meditation, I can send it to you. Just put your email or message me your email and I will send you the recording. It's a 10-minute meditation and you can do that. And there's 3 major questions that you ask as you go into the meditation. And this is very important for your Lemurian understanding of where you've come from, your DNA, who you are, what you are connected to. So he said to me, I asked him what was in the pipe. He told me actually. He said bay leaf, fennel, dill, cinnamon, dandelion, and kaukau, which is a New Zealand native pepper. And I've actually done this on lives before where I've collected the pepper, gone down to the plant itself and got the pepper. It's very healing, it has amazing healing properties. And he said this is one of the ones that you can use for high frequency and healing. It's connected to so many things that you have been doing in this space. And so the fennel, I've actually done a fennel activation. We've done dandelion activations. And I've always been told to put bay leaf, not sage, bay leaf, as a cleansing. So a lot of people are still using sage to cleanse their houses or their space. Sage is not actually a very good herb for cleansing. It's actually been used in witchcraft, and so it does actually bring a dark energy with it. And so therefore, if you're a light worker starseed, you shouldn't be using sage, you should be using a bay leaf. So he put bay leaf, fennel, dill, cinnamon, dandelion, and kaukau, which was obviously around at that time, which is a pepper. And it was beautiful. It was lovely. It's very refreshing. So I asked him, I said, what is my purpose? And he said, to bring back everybody's memory. So Lemurian energy, Atlantis energy, starseed energy, light worker energy, anything that you have done in the past with your soul is to be activated by me to give you the codes to be that person. And so my role especially is to bring back everybody's memory and to trigger and to activate. And that comes with these Lemurian codes. I said, okay, all right, happy with that. Secondly, to create new earth. I came back to create new earth because over the centuries and over my soul journey, I haven't liked what's happened to earth. And so I put my hand up and volunteered to come as an Arcturian and as a Palladian. And my role was to create new earth and bring in codes. And our role as light workers, as starseeds or way showers, we are here to carry that frequency. So we have to do the activations, we have to do the meditations to gather the codes to do that work. And every time we make a certain step on land, we transfer those codes into the earth, into Mother Gaia, so she can do her ascension. He said a very important role coming up is the temple activation that you'll be doing in your group. So the temple activation will be all past ancient temples, ruins, buried temples, temples that were destroyed, and new temples. And these new temples will be where we go to do what we did in the past many moons ago, and we went to temple. And so these new temples will be built in the 5D frequency, and all others will be raised up and come back to their original condition and used for the purpose that they were used for healing, for learning, for teaching, that kind of thing. He showed me the Ring of Fire, and we're doing next week the Ring of Fire activation. And the Ring of Fire activation is to activate the compass of Ring of Fire. So the original Ring of Fire sort of starts up past Japan and Asia and comes down through Australia, New Zealand, across through Polynesia, through South America, up the California coastline, and up to the top of the American and Pacific timeline, sea line. That is the Ring of Fire and the original Lemuria. So Lemuria was part of South America, it was part of Polynesia, it was part of Asia, it was part of California, and that's why Mount Chester is in the 5D frequency, because that was part of the Lemurian energy, and that's where they went. They went there to go and keep their people together. A lot of them are living in under the mountain there. He said, but you will get some surprises, because the original Ring of Fire was Africa. Africa was part of that. And now if you listen to some of my recordings, my channelings and work that I've done in the past, the original people that arrived on Earth before anybody else, and I'm talking before the Egyptians and Romans and so forth, were the black people. And they were called the Alpha beings, and they came from their own planet. And they were Alpha, A-L-P-H-A, and they are the Alpha beings, and that was Africa. Africa was the first nation. Africa will turn to its original Atlantis and Lemurian frequency in 5D. So you see, the Ring of Fire is changing, and what we need to do is to help activate that, because New Earth will be where the Ring of Fire sits now. So Earth is compressing itself. There'll be less people, it'll be smaller, the countries will be smaller, there'll be no borders, and it will sit in that space. So Africa come closer, US come closer, all the other countries in the middle will come up and in and closer, but it won't be a ring. They showed me it'll be a diamond. So New Earth is sitting in the crystalline diamond, and that's the 5D frequency. Well, I've actually done some work on this, and it all came together in my mindset when I was channeling. And of course, when the chief was telling me the Ring of Fire is changing and New Earth is compressing into that space, which is going to be semi-tropical. So our weather patterns aren't, this is not, the weather that's happening at the moment is not weather manipulation anymore. It's not weather being considered, you know, it's all changing and all this, and the ocean beds are rising and all that kind of stuff. The weather is neutralizing itself, going back to its original form, and the earth was semi-tropical. There's hidden lands in Antarctica that were tropical, and pyramids. It's been hidden, but I've been down there and remote viewed it and been into those pyramids. I've been into those lands. It's all tropical islands down there covered in snow and ice. And that is why they put the ice wall up. They didn't want us going down there and seeing the original condition of Earth, which was semi-tropical. And so this diamond New Earth will be semi-tropical. So I've done some work on the diamond crystalline body, which we're going to be doing in a month or so. And I've drawn what the broken body looks like. The human body is broken. It's not its full crystalline body. This is why we get illness. This is why we get baggage. This is why we have attachments and implants. And so the diamond has been split into 2 triangles. So if you can see the body there, I've drawn the diamond. I will post these, and you can see the you can see here the big divide in the middle. So it's the human form is broken. The diamond body is broken, and we have to fix that. And so what we're going to be doing is going back into our crystalline pure diamond form, which is a pure diamond like this. See, no breaks, pure diamond. And so for these diamond beings that we become, we have to live in the diamond frequency. And this is why the Ring of Fire becomes the diamond new earth. The diamond beings have to live in the diamond frequency to survive. And that is what new earth is going to be. Diamond crystalline 5D frequency. For the diamond beings that have done all the work will move into that. So that's how that works. And this is what came through. And that is why we will see Africa connected, because everything's going to compress itself. And this is why these tornadoes, hurricanes, flooding, everything's changing in the planet to reshape it. I asked what was my role. I come from a family of hunters, and we had incredible respect for the land, and so therefore my respect for the land was huge, and it still is. We hunted the pigeons, but not the frequency ones, just the common grey pigeons. And I got my signature tattoo, which I can't really show you, but I'm going to draw it and I'll put it up, and it's the Koru, like this one, because I'm his niece, with the ocean and the wind, and up the top in the corner is a light symbol of birds, and that's my tattoo. That's my DNA signature from Lemurian time. I've drawn it here on my notes, but I've actually got to do a better drawing of it. He told me that when the temples rise and rebuild themselves, he said all the bells, the frequency bells that were taken away from Earth after the First World War, they took all the bells down. There are no bells, big bells I'm talking about. You can research that on Google. They do actually talk about the missing bells. We will see the bells again and hear them for their frequency. Now, he talked about in his channeling about the sound in the sky. We will hear the sound of 5D frequency in the sky. That will be the bells. I'm always with you. He said, you're just going to ask, I'm always with you. And I held him by the face and I said, you are such a sweet, kind, beautiful man. So that's a little bit on the chief. He gave me some light language. I'll read it to you. Ooh, ow, la, lo, liwa, na, lo, lo, la, la, we. We meaning all of us. W-E-E is all of us. Lo, lo is light, and la, la is love. The light language you hear and see today, the galactic light language and all the symbolism that everyone's doing, is for us to recognize one another, for the starseeds and the rebuilders and the way showers, light workers are using this light language so we recognize one another and find our tribes. But when we move into the 5D frequency, the new Earth diamond, we will be doing the language of love, which is the lost language, which is what these cultures were speaking in the very beginning. The Alpha beings, the Atlanteans, the Lemurians. It's a long lost language which I've been channeling for a while now. So that's a little bit on Chief T Hopiteke. So that was in the diamond, New Earth, and the peace pipe. So there's a lot going on in this space, a heck of a lot. I also got a download. There's a huge project being undertaken at the moment, and it's the Deportation Project. A lot of people may not know about the Deportation Project. The Deportation Project is connected to New Earth, and when New Earth is formed and we're in the 5D frequency, you people that have come from different countries and have set up in new countries will be deported back to your original country to create and rebuild New Earth in that country. So to do that, you will have to be in a position where if you've done wrongdoings, or you're on false visas, or you've left your country to rebuild a new life somewhere else and get the benefits of that, you will be sent back to do that in your own country because you messed up in your own country. So you're going to have to go back there to rebuild and correct it, and to correct that balance. So a lot of people are already being deported. There's a big roundup worldwide. They've already started in Germany, and they're already sending a lot of people back to places like Afghanistan. There's going to be plane loads. You're going to hear about a lot of planes that have been stalled or returned back to, they've gone out and they've had to turn around and come back, because what they're doing is trying to stop the flights of normal everyday travel to use these planes for the big deportation project that's going on. And you'll just hear of people going and disappearing and going back to their countries. And so with this is so I've been told about this is going to start happening now, and it already has. And the first country is Germany. So it'll start in Germany, Europe, UK, US, Australia, New Zealand. And in Australia and New Zealand, we have a lot of Indians from India, because that was part of the British Commonwealth. We have many Middle Eastern people, Turkish people, Asian people, and these kind of people that have come in and lied and haven't gone through the correct channels and red tape and so forth. They know who you are. They already know who you are. They're just letting you lie silently. They're going to come and they're going to get you, and they're going to deport you back to your countries. You'll get plenty of notice, and there'll be plane loads leaving to go back to these countries where these people have come from. And this was a huge download. I saw the planes full of people being taken back to their original countries. Well, then a day later, I opened up Instagram, and there's a whole plane load of people going back to Afghanistan from Germany. And I went, there it is. That's what I got last night. So you see, this is happening. They're cleaning up Earth. They're doing so much behind the scenes that people are actually not aware of. There's some big projects going on. So the biggest thing we can do right now is do the work. Do our activations, keep pure mind, pure heart, go out, do our service for humanity. Don't ever call it business, don't ever call it job, don't ever call it work, because you're putting a negative enslavement tag onto that. It's your service to humanity. That is how you receive abundance. What you give out will come back in abundance. And this is the new frequency that we're going into. So there's a lot going on in this space, definitely. All the work that we're doing in this space at the moment is very important. And even the Lemurian chief, Hopiteke, said the masculine has forgotten who they are. The balance isn't there. And this is the work that's coming. We've done the divine feminine. Now we have to do the divine masculine. And I'll be doing some work in that space as well. I did finally get to do a picture of Mary. Mary came to me in the divine feminine womb activation, and I finally coloured her, and she came right into my face. She had these beautiful sapphire blue eyes, pink scarf, blonde hair, And I finally got to draw her, so there she is there. That's how she came to me. So I'll be posting that as well with a message. Absolutely, service. You must, yes, Dawn, absolutely. So everything that we do is in service, because remember, English wording is spell casting, and that's what's called spelling. We do spells. So the way you use the words and the way that you put your energy out is then corrected into the right frequency. And we're all entering our services, and we're understanding what our services are. And as I found out from the chief, it is to activate our memories, to go back to where we came from. So it's a very important role that I have and responsibility, which is, have to, really pull myself into gear here and think, okay, all my channelings, all my work, all the meditation space we're working in, and the ones that are coming up, we've got so much to look forward to, and the work that we're doing. And this work is now what is my service. This is my service to humanity. These lives, these videos, this is all my service to help bring a new earth, to share the codes. So it's a really important role. My new book. Thanks for reminding me. I found a publisher. I found a printer. Yes, I found one on the coast here. So I was supposed to go see them yesterday, but I got busy. So I will be going to see them this week, and hopefully I can get started on that. I want to have it out before Christmas so people can purchase it and have it as a gift, or hand it as a gift. There's many activations in it. I went through all the activations I've done in the last 18 months. There's so many, and there's drawings too. It's absolutely beautiful. I've created the cover. Everything's ready to go. All the files are ready to go. But because I came from Australia to New Zealand, and my other previous 2 books were published over there, I could use them, but the transportation of getting them back here to send them out to you would have been added in the postage, and it's already too much. So I found one. I've been doing my research, and I've just got to go. Hopefully they can do it for me. So if it's meant to be, Source will help us. So I'm really looking forward to getting that done. So yes, Dawn, I will definitely let you know. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be beautiful. It's got some recipes in it too. All right, take care. Much love and many blessings to you all. And always thank you for your love and support. Bye for now.